special kind of closeness behind the scenes of BTS's ARIRANG Tour, Taehyung and Jungkook. The BTS ARIRANG Tour has already captured the attention of fans around the world, but beyond the spectacular stages, powerful performances, and unforgettable moments in front of thousands of armies, there is another side of the tour that continues to fascinate fans: what happens behind the scenes. Among the many relationships within BTS, the friendship and natural chemistry between Taehyung and Jungkook have always attracted particular attention. During preparations, rehearsals, backstage moments, and quiet interactions away from the main stage, fans often notice small details that reveal just how comfortable the two members can be around each other. The ARIRANG era provides another opportunity for fans to observe that familiar dynamic, creating countless discussions about their unique closeness and the effortless way they seem to understand one another. What makes Taehyung and Jungkook's interactions so interesting is not necessarily dramatic gestures, but the little things. Sometimes it is a glance across the room, a quick smile, a playful comment, or simply the way one member naturally moves closer to the other during a busy schedule. BTS concerts involve an enormous amount of preparation, from choreography rehearsals and sound checks to costume changes, interviews, travel, and technical meetings. In such an environment, having someone familiar nearby can make an exhausting schedule feel a little easier. Taehyung and Jungkook have spent many years growing together as artists and friends, so their comfort with one another often appears completely natural rather than carefully planned. That familiarity is one reason even their smallest backstage interactions can become memorable to fans. Behind every major BTS performance is an enormous production process. The audience sees the finished show, but the members experience countless hours of rehearsals before the lights come on. During these rehearsals, performers must remember choreography, vocal arrangements, camera positions, stage movements, timing, and technical cues. For Taehyung and Jungkook, these moments can also become opportunities for spontaneous interaction. A rehearsal may begin seriously, but a funny expression or unexpected mistake can quickly turn into laughter. Fans who watch behind-the-scenes footage often appreciate these moments because they show the members not only as global superstars, but also as ordinary friends who can joke around and enjoy each other's company. In that environment, Taehyung and Jungkook's playful energy can become especially noticeable. Taehyung is known for his distinctive personality, creative spirit, and sometimes unpredictable sense of humor, while Jungkook has often been recognized for his determination, athleticism, and intense dedication to performance. Their personalities are different in many ways, yet those differences can make their interactions even more entertaining. Taehyung can bring a playful or unexpected atmosphere into a situation, while Jungkook may respond with laughter, teasing, or an equally playful reaction. Rather than appearing forced, their exchanges often have the rhythm of people who have known each other for a very long time. That is precisely what many fans find so charming. The relationship feels familiar because it has developed over years of shared experiences, challenges, performances, travels, and countless memories as members of BTS. The ARIRANG Tour also represents an important chapter in BTS's continuing journey as a group. Whenever BTS begins a new era, fans naturally pay close attention to how the members interact and how their individual personalities appear within the larger group dynamic. After years of performing together, each member has developed a deep understanding of the other's habits and stage presence. Taehyung and Jungkook are no exception. During a performance, one member can often anticipate where another member is going, what movement is coming next, or how to react when something unexpected happens. This kind of synchronization comes from experience. It does not necessarily have to mean anything beyond professional teamwork and friendship, but it can still be incredibly beautiful to watch. One of the most fascinating aspects of backstage footage is the contrast between the members' public and private working environments. On stage, everything is polished. The lighting is carefully designed, choreography is synchronized, and every camera angle has been considered. Backstage, however, the atmosphere can be much more relaxed. Members may be sitting quietly, preparing for the next performance, checking their phones, talking with staff, laughing about something that happened during rehearsal, or simply taking a moment to breathe. These ordinary moments can sometimes reveal more about their personalities than a carefully prepared interview. When Taehyung and Jungkook share these quieter spaces, fans often notice how naturally they interact, whether through conversation, humor, or simply being comfortable in the same space. There is also something particularly meaningful about seeing longtime friends continue to support each other as they grow older. BTS members began their journey together when they were much younger, and their lives have changed dramatically since then. They have experienced enormous success, demanding schedules, international travel, intense public attention, personal growth, and many different stages of their careers. Through all of these changes, their relationships have continued to evolve. Taehyung and Jungkook have grown from young trainees and members of a newly debuted group into internationally recognized artists. Seeing them together during the ARIRANG era can therefore feel like watching a small piece of a much larger story, one built over years rather than created for a single moment. Fans are particularly sensitive to subtle interactions because BTS has always shared a strong sense of closeness with ARMY. A tiny gesture can become a major topic of conversation when thousands of people are watching. A smile may be replayed. A funny reaction may become a meme. A short backstage clip can generate countless theories and interpretations. However, it is important to remember that fans can enjoy these moments without assuming that every interaction has a hidden meaning. Taehyung and Jungkook are close colleagues and longtime friends who have shared a remarkable journey. Their natural chemistry is worth appreciating precisely because it does not need to be exaggerated or defined by outsiders. What makes their dynamic especially enjoyable is the balance between chaos and comfort. One moment they can appear completely focused on their work, and the next they may be laughing over something incredibly small. This contrast is part of what makes BTS's behind-the-scenes content so entertaining. The members can transform from serious performers into playful friends within seconds. Taehyung and Jungkook often contribute to that atmosphere through their reactions to one another. Even when there is no major event happening, their personalities can create a memorable moment. Sometimes the most beloved clips are not the grand ones, but the simple seconds that feel spontaneous and genuine. The physical demands of a major tour make friendship even more important. Performing at a high level requires stamina, concentration, and emotional energy. Rehearsals can be long, travel can be exhausting, and the pressure of performing for enormous audiences can be intense. In those circumstances, having familiar people around can provide emotional comfort. A quick joke can break tension. A smile can communicate encouragement without words. A teammate can understand when someone needs space or when they need a little extra energy. BTS has repeatedly emphasized the importance of supporting one another as a group, and moments between individual members can reflect that broader sense of teamwork. Taehyung and Jungkook's interactions can therefore be appreciated as part of the larger bond that holds BTS together. Another reason fans enjoy the ARIRANG behind-the-scenes atmosphere is the opportunity to see the members outside the carefully constructed image of a concert. Global stars are often presented through dramatic photographs, official videos, interviews, and stage performances. Behind the scenes, however, they can simply be themselves. They laugh at mistakes, become tired, tease one another, celebrate successful rehearsals, and occasionally look completely exhausted after a demanding performance. These human details remind fans that behind the fame are 7 individuals who have spent years working together. When Taehyung and Jungkook appear relaxed around each other in such moments, the interaction can feel especially warm because it reflects familiarity rather than performance. The title "A Special Kind of Closeness" naturally raises curiosity, but the most meaningful interpretation may be the simplest one: a special closeness built through years of shared life and work. There is no need to turn every glance or gesture into a romantic interpretation. Friendship itself can be powerful. 2 people who have experienced the same pressures, celebrated the same achievements, faced the same challenges, and spent countless hours together can develop an understanding that is difficult for outsiders to fully comprehend. Taehyung and Jungkook have been part of the same team for many years, and that history alone explains why their interactions can appear so effortless. For ARMY, the ARIRANG Tour is not simply a series of concerts. It is another chapter in BTS's collective story. Every rehearsal, backstage clip, stage interaction, and shared laugh becomes part of the memories fans associate with this era. Taehyung and Jungkook's moments naturally stand out because